Ah! Yeah! 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 I'm so close! I can feel it! I'm so close! I want Mastery Badge Ace Tanker! But all I got was First Class again. Dang it! Rebel! Hi guys, Vechs here. Welcome back to some more World of Tanks. I just logged in. This is my very first match I played today, and I got a pretty good victory out of it. Nice 2x bonus on the win there. I got 3122 XP. Nice some money. Nice money too. First place on my team. I beat the Roomba by just 20 XP. Was it 21 XP? No, wait. Math. 23 experience. But what did I think, how did I get more than him in XP? How did I do? Oh, it must have been the spotting. Okay. And I assume the radio tracking gun, I messed him up pretty bad. Yeah, okay, it must have been the spotting. But yeah, this was a pretty good match, and I wanted to show it off. Even though I died, I think I really pushed this little T71, and I tried to spend this tank as wisely as I could, just to, get the most out of this thing before it was destroyed. Pretty tough in a match like this, where you've got tier 10s all over the place, tier 9s and 10s, because just one shot and my tank is totally crippled. But yeah, alright, let's take a look at that. Alright, I will say that when I first started playing this game, hold on a sec, what was is it Control Tab to switch through the modes? There we go. I will say when I first started playing this game, I paid a lot of attention to the tiers, and I would kind of whine a lot about being on the bottom of the list. And I guess it's important when you're certain vehicles, but oftentimes nowadays I don't really care anymore because I'm the bottom list. I'm the bottom vehicle here in this match on my team. Oops. Did I mention this is my very first match of the day? I'm kind of groggy. My driving is not exactly in the best shape. But yeah, I'm just kind of, whoa, careful. Yeah. But yeah, I'm a tier 7. I'm sorry, 1390. I didn't mean to bump you. My bad. Yeah, I'm a tier 7 in this match, and I get the top score on my team. So I really think the tier system is, I mean, it's important, but like being low tier, look at me. If you were watching me early game, would you think that, oh, that's the guy that's going to be on the first place on our team? Is that what you think? Nah. So do not underestimate the derpy people. They have potential, and they might surprise you. It's okay to be derpy. So anyway, what I was doing there, I was actually clearing away that wall so that the Waffenträger Alf E100, which is to my right, has a clear shot and the wall doesn't get in his way. I was trying to do him a favor. So now I'm passively spotting here behind the bush. I've got my camo net active and I've got my binoculars, and I'm just trying to basically spot for my teammates and keep enemies spotted so they can get a shot in. And I tried to tell the Waffenträger E100 that the Panther was open because he was right there. He could have pulled out and shot, but he didn't. But unfortunately, he doesn't get to shoot at him. So oh well, whatever. But yeah, I was clearing off that wall, pushing it down to make sure it didn't block anybody's shots on my team. Because it doesn't. It's the wall. I don't think will actually stop a shot. The shell will go through it. So you can be shot at behind the wall and you'll still get hit through the wall. It just blocks vision. And so I usually find it's best to just get rid of it. It doesn't really do anything to protect you. So what I'm doing right now is passive scouting, where you just sit still in a bush and let your binoculars do the work. And I notice there's the 1390. I'm like, he's backing up. What's chasing him? Oh, hey, it's our friend Panther 2. So he doesn't see me, and I wait to get a better shot at him. I'm waiting until he comes out and then shows his side to me. Yeah, there we go. And then I start putting shots into his side. Boop. Boop. And now he realizes that he done goofed. But our T110 E3 gets him. Unfortunately, his team gets some revenge there. Yeah. Now I saw somebody in there in chat, they were talking like this is the worst team ever. Obviously we come on to win this match, and we do quite well against the enemy. I find it's pretty common that people who die first will immediately start talking crap to their team, like it's their team's fault that they died first. And I can be sympathetic to that. I mean, I know it's frustrating to drive out and get killed in some stupid way, and you don't want to acknowledge that it's your fault. You want to blame something, and a lot of people will blame their team for their driving. I'm not sure how that works in their mind, but, you know, whatever. And watching Extra Credits, I remember their episode about toxic players and how to deal with that kind of thing. And they offered a tip that I think is actually really smart. I rushed this T32 hoping that I can get behind him before he reloads. And I do. And reload there. Unfortunately, my gun is all messed up, so I'm really inaccurate, so I gotta drive in. That's why I go into the city. I figure I could repair the gun, but I'm trying to save the money. And I just want to see what I can accomplish with a broken gun. But it's inaccurate, so that's why I get in the city, so I can fight at close range where it won't matter as much, hopefully. But to give players like that an out, try to blame something other than like a person, like not the enemy team, not your team, not them. But if you just want to try to help them save face, hello. And there's my broken gun right there, whiffing twice. He misses. And thankfully that one didn't miss, and I get that guy. Try to blame their tank, blame the map, blame their gun, blame a recent patch. Even if it's not true, it'll give them something, it'll give them a way to save face. Which is what all they really want. They're just trying to, that guy's just feeling bad that he got killed, you know, in a dumb way. And he's just looking for something to blame other than himself. So if you can give players like that, you know, get that AMX right there. If you can give them something like that to, that's not, you know, personal. Oh, I got wrecked there. Nothing much I could do there. I didn't have any rounds loaded, and but I did what I could. I think I tried to save our T95 from that AMX, because I assumed he was going to reload and then get behind him or beside him and unload into him. But yeah, if you can blame like a patch or a tank or a gun or something in the game, it'll give a player like that something to latch onto, and just a way to kind of save face. And that way maybe they'll calm down and feel better. And in World of Tanks it's not as important because, like I said, they're big matches, and one player, typically one player won't keep going on and on in chat. But especially like League of Legends is a big one. I wished I had known that technique in League of Legends, because it may have saved our team some grief. Yeah, I managed to talk the whole video about this. But did I need to say anything really about my run there in the T71? I chose to go in the city because my gun was damaged, and I ended up getting 3 kills, which is pretty cool. And got top spot on our team. I got the most XP on our team. So I'm quite happy about that. Here's a T32. This is a tank I'll get next after my T29. I'm not really thrilled about it. It doesn't seem, the T32 really doesn't not seem like a big upgrade to the T29. Looking at the stats, I think it's going to have better acceleration and slightly thicker armor on the front, and maybe that's about it. Meh. And it's going to have worse matchmaking, and it's going to have the same gun. That's the big problem. Like, I upgrade the tank, I go from tier 7 to tier 8, but I don't get a new gun. At least I don't think it... I think it's still the 105. I think it's still using a 105. And I don't... Last time I looked, I don't think it gets a 120. So, yeah, it's still stuck with a 105, which is kind of meh. But, yeah, whatever. It'll have more HP. I think the big upgrade is going to be the acceleration, hopefully. Because it has the same engine power, but it weighs noticeably less. So it's going to be a more mobile vehicle. But anyway, yeah, back to the T21 or T71. God, I'm so glad I'm done with the T21. I'm never going. Oh God, I hated that vehicle. Yeah, the T71. I really like it. I don't think I'll ever sell it. It's just a really fun vehicle, and it's, despite being a tier 7 light tank, you see how if you ambush people with it and just unload into them, you can really help your team out a lot, and you can do a lot of good. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. I'm sorry I didn't get Ace Tanker yet in the T71. I'm trying. I'm really trying. I only got Mastery Badge. Let me rephrase that. I only got Mastery Badge First Class. You know, I shouldn't, you know, snub that. I mean, that's a fantastic medal to get. So I'm doing pretty good. But can I go back to my dead tank? I don't think I can. I think I'm stuck looking at this guy. Oh well, whatever. But I really want Ace Tanker, so I'm gonna keep trying in the T71 and wish me luck. I'll get it one day. But until then, thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see y'all next episode. Until then, take it easy.